So, I'm going to be addressing something here that I would never have thought I'd be talking about. And that's because, one, I don't really make, well, drama-related videos talking about individuals with their own ideas. I focus on my own content. But when there is something that truly affects the platform as a whole, it really puts perspective on what people's actions can do, even to the smallest of individuals on this entire platform known as YouTube. I myself prioritize Twitch streaming as well as YouTube content, and one of the YouTube contents that I kind of do is, in a sense, reactions. But it's more of just a unique style of it. I put my own twist on that kind of content, and I credit those as much as I could. I credit where the images came from, and I do my best to try that. But when there is a case like this wonderful Sssniperwolf and Jacksfilms situation, it really puts an edge on what can happen with these kinds of content creators. I have no faults or any really agenda against any of them, but what Sssniperwolf did is a huge no-no in my books. As a trans streamer, I'm also a furry too. Just imagine what people can try to use that situation for. What people will believe they can get away with. Especially some big YouTubers, hypothetically, that will have some agenda against furries, or agenda against some people of the LGBT. It's a very interesting place where could this lead? If one person gets away with it, so can many more. And when YouTube really tries to protect someone as toxic as Sssniperwolf, it really does put it to fruition of what can happen. This serious talk is very unlike me, but I've been on my mind to talk about this for a while. Now that YouTube have made a response, which I believe is so dead-ended, that feels like nothing has really been achieved. It just feels like a slap on the wrist from what they got. So, let's get up to date on what this whole situation is, if those who have not saw it or seen it are curious. What happened is there is a certain YouTuber known as Sssniperwolf. But let's just call her Sniper to make this life and this conversation a bit easier, who decided to freeboot a bunch of TikTokers and their content, mainly for her own motivation of gain of money. That kind of mindset, where money comes first, and I don't want to credit those who make the content for me. We've seen this before in the past, and we've been very against it. There's been people like Jinx, who have been bullied off the platform for their own behaviours. But hey, what happens, happens. And there's been other creators who've done the same things. But there's always been a rally of one individual who decides to step up against the actual norms of this and stop this from continuing. And that has been Jacksfilms. And Jacksfilms has decided to step up and make bingo cards on the situation of every single lame reaction she does. Like, instead of just like, oh, zoom in, bullshit that she's done, he will cross that off on a bingo card. And I've been watching them streams. They're fun. But one particular stream was kind of devastating. And that stream was when Sniperwolf, the person that Jacksfilms was criticizing for their behavior and trying to pretty much fix the problems by crediting the people that Sniper could not credit herself. Jacksfilms was going out there to help them pretty much get their content claimed and also get the credit they deserve. Jack is doing what he does best. Well, I think his real name's John. But still, Jacksfilms does what he can do. And that is to be respected for. But one stream was devastating. And that was a stream where Jack was playing games with friends. You might think that's very common, very normal. But let's just say a wonderful platform known as Instagram had Sniper on it. And on that fateful day, she decided that she was going to post a message. Shall I go to Jacksfilms' house? He is 5 minutes away from my shoot. You may think that is kind of threatening. Well, because it is. But that wasn't the end of it. She decided to go further and go to his house, posting, I think it was a video if I believe, but there is images out there and I recommend you not look this up for respect, saying, I'm outside, let's talk. If someone did that to me, that is a threat. That is tremendous horror. That someone, well, knows where you live and is willing to do something. To go to your house and threaten you. And there is a confirmation that this was a threat. Because Sniper's sister was posting a lot of stuff on Twitter. A lot of horrible things. With one of them saying, oh, this man cannot fight. To a Jacksfilm tweet. Yes. Jacksfilms was the one who tweeted all this out as well, regarding this information. The reason I'm very light on this information is because you can find it yourself. You just need to type up something like on Google, the Jacksfilm Sniperwolf drama, and you'll figure everything out. But this is just a light summary of what happened. Only recently, YouTube has decided to reply and actually give their reasons for how to handle this situation. And believe me, it's been over a week. This happened last week. Last Sunday. If I remember correctly, if it was Sunday. Let's have a look-see. I'll have a look at my calendar. Let's say Sunday the 15th of October 2023, if this video gets old. And right now, today is the date, the 22nd. Sunday the 22nd of October 2023. So it's been a while for YouTube to be so slow on a response. And it's only fairly recent. I may be jumping a bit late on this, but I kind of wanted to give my foray on this. YouTube's response was to lightly demonetize Sniperwolf and blame both parties for this whole drama to begin with. Which, in my sense, really should not have happened. Jax made a call out on YouTube asking for her to be deplatformed, which I highly believe she does, because her actions could really put a detriment on what anyone can do. If one person will try it, others will. But Jacksfilms' livelihood is kind of at threat because of one stupid person. But the main reason I talk about this is because these effects really kind of affect us all in some ways. If one person can really believe they can get away with this situation, and in a sense, kind of did, and have apologized using ChatGPT. Yes, she apologized on Twitter using ChatGPT to make an apology. Well, that's what allegedly people are saying. And believe me, I've checked that message. It kind of does feel really pretty much ChatGPT. There was a lot of errors. But nonetheless, if one person can believe they can get away with this situation, and kind of does, that means a lot of others can too. And that's scary. And the reason I brought up the fact of me being a trans individual and a furry, imagine the haters I probably have. Oh, and they'll probably find my information, look me up, and come and try and dox me. People probably will. There are many people out there who will dox anyone for their own satisfaction, their own greed, and to quell their own hatred. And when someone like Sssniperwolf believes, oh, I can try and do this again if it's only light, they probably will. YouTube really need to step up their game. It's funny, because only recently Twitch stepped up their game by making a very big W of allowing people to stream on multiple different platforms. They're trying to change their ways as well. If one platform can try and help their user base, why can't YouTube do exactly the same? It's a scary time we live in, where public information can be found on the internet on anyone. But it's a scary time when that information is used by a big audience. Well, someone with a big audience, to attack an individual that truly don't deserve it. I would not like hatred to go towards anyone, not even Sniper. And as someone that used to watch her content, I kind of regret I did. But I was young. Now, I just see her as an idiot. But I also see some sides of what Jack did. Maybe a bit too much, but fuck it. If that's what he wants to do, he has the right to do it. But the same goes for Sniperwolf. But I don't condone the actions of doxing someone, because that just puts a huge detrimental mindset on everyone else out there. One person with over 5 million people on an Instagram can go and attack one individual who has a family. It's led to problems in the past, and it will continue leading to problems in the future. And if one person gets away with it, others will try too. I don't believe the situation really is satisfactory at how it ended. And I believe more action needs to come from it. But I'm saying my piece on the matter. I think YouTube needs to put their game up and fix this shit. They really need to fix it. It makes working and doing stuff on this platform kind of scary.